The LG S80TY Soundbar is the most sensible upgrade you can make to a living room setup, but let me explain why. I've been using it for a few weeks now, putting it through everything from late-night movie marathons to weekday Zoom calls, and the results have been surprisingly consistent. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'll walk through the reasons it works so well for everyday use. First off, the 3.1.3 channel layout gives you a sense of depth without the hassle of wiring a full surround speaker system. The upward-firing drivers bounce sound off the ceiling, so even a modestly sized room picks up that subtle sense of height you usually only get from more expensive setups. I noticed the difference right away when I was watching a space opera film. Explosions seemed to come from above you, and the dialogue stayed crystal clear even when the action was chaotic. For anyone who enjoys a cinematic feel but doesn't want to drill holes in walls, this approach is a real time saver. Bluetooth connectivity is another practical win. I can stream music from my phone, laptop, or tablet without ever touching the remote, and the connection stays stable even when I move around the house. I've used it to play playlists while cooking, with the sound filling the kitchen and spilling into the dining area. The latency is low enough that when I queue up a podcast during a work break, the audio syncs perfectly with the video if I decide to watch the episode later. One of the biggest daily annoyances with many soundbars is the subwoofer rumble that either overwhelms dialogue or feels completely muted. The S80TY's wireless subwoofer is calibrated to match the main speakers, delivering punchy bass that you feel but doesn't drown out speech. When I was watching a sports highlight reel, the thuds of the crowd and the echo of a stadium chant added excitement, yet the commentator's words remained perfectly intelligible. This balance makes it ideal for everything from action movies to news broadcasts. The 480-watt output might sound like a lot of numbers, but in practice it means you can raise the volume without distortion, even at higher settings. I tested this while having a small gathering and turned the volume up to fill the room. The sound stayed clean, and there was no noticeable crackle. That kind of headroom is useful when you're watching a blockbuster with booming special effects, or when you just want to keep the volume low for late-night viewing without losing impact. Dolby Atmos and DTS support give you the flexibility to choose the format that best matches the content you're watching. I've switched between the two depending on what streaming service I'm using, and the soundbar handles the conversion effortlessly. It's especially handy if you have a mixed library of Blu-ray discs and streaming titles. No need to worry about incompatibility causing muffled audio. Setup is surprisingly straightforward. The bar comes with a single HDMI ARC cable, a power cord for the sub, and an intuitive on-screen menu that you can navigate with a remote or a smartphone app. I got it up and running in under 10 minutes. Which is a relief compared to older models that required fiddling with speaker placement and manual delay adjustments. For people who aren't tech-savvy, the ease of installation is a major selling point. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The remote control feels a bit cheap, the buttons are shallow, and the plastic can flex if you press hard, which can be annoying after a while. Also, while the Bluetooth range is fine for a single-room setup, it does start to drop out if you try to use it from the far end of a larger house, so you might need a Wi-Fi-based solution for multi-room audio. Overall, the pros outweigh the cons. The solid surround feel, reliable Bluetooth, balanced bass from the wireless sub, ample power, and flexible format support make the LG S80TY a practical choice for anyone looking to upgrade from TV speakers without committing to a full home theater rig. It blends well with daily life, whether you're binge-watching a series, listening to a playlist while cooking, or catching a live sports event. If you're ready to give your living room a richer sound without the complexity of a traditional speaker system, the LG S80TY is definitely worth a look. Remember, the link is in the description below if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'll see you in the next video.